All right, so we just learned a whole lot more about Donald Trump's next vanity project, a gigantic arch that he wants to build near Arlington National Cemetery in honor of America's 250th birthday. The Washington Post reports, quote, Trump has grown attached to the idea of a 250-foot tall structure overlooking the Potomac River, according to two people who spoke on the condition of anonymity to discuss or to describe his comments, a scale that has alarmed some architectural experts who initially supported the idea of an arch but expected a far smaller one. For comparison, the White House is about 60 feet tall. The Lincoln Memorial is about 99 feet tall, meaning the so-called Arc de Trump would dwarf both of them and be nearly as tall as the Capitol. Joining us now is Jason Selvig, comedian and member of the comedic duo The Good Liars, and Philip Bump is still with us. So, you know a thing or two about arches.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You are our in-house arch residence expert. So tell me a little bit about what this says about Donald Trump's vanity and how much he's obsessed with always being just visible in the largest sense possible.
I think I'm going to say what everyone is thinking right now, which is Donald
Please don't get us fired. Please don't get us fired.
I think Donald Trump is overcompensating for something. Donald Trump, he's putting up these giant monuments. He's building this giant ballroom. He's putting his name on buildings. He's got his face on a coin. I mean, Donald Trump must think he has the smallest list of accomplishments of any president in United States history to do things like this. And this is not the normal routine of things. Like, you don't build a monument for yourself. Usually
you die and then somebody says, like, you did such a great job for America. We want to honor you.
We're going to honor you.
John F. Kennedy. Yeah. A memorial to him because he was assassinated, was constructed. And now it's the Trump Kennedy Center.
The Trump Kennedy Memorial Center. Yeah, it's like it's the opposite of what people do. It's very unusual for a U.S. president to do that. It's
very
not
common in dictators.
Exactly. Yeah. But Donald Trump, I think he is obsessed with appearing great and not necessarily achieving great things. Like, he is used to things being handed to him. He was like a rich kid growing up, kind of entitled. And he's just like, I'm just going to build this for myself. I'm going to put my face on a coin. I'm going to do all these things for myself to appear great because I keep saying
the National Parks Pass, lots of other things.
Yeah.
I will say this whole story reminded me a little bit of a really tone-deaf thing that Donald Trump said either on or around 9/11. Can we play that?
Oh, yeah, it's bad.
40 Wall Street actually was the second tallest building in downtown Manhattan, and it was actually, before the World Trade Center, was the tallest. And then when they built the World Trade Center, it became known as the second tallest, and now it's the tallest.
It's smoke coming up.
Oh my God! I had forgotten that was like on 9/11. Okay.
He said something similar at a Trump rally, the first one we went to. He said a woman gave him her family Bible, and he was like, "Oh, this is my favorite book by far, even better than my own books by far." Like, he is so tone deaf with things that all has to be compared to himself. It's very strange behavior.
And I'll just point out, I looked at that a couple of years ago for the Washington Post, and that wasn't even true. It wasn't. It did not then become the second tallest book. It's hard to believe. I hate to.
That's not my Donald Trump.
That's not the Trump I voted for.
I can't believe it.
Well, let me ask you about this, though, because, you know, I think a lot of us are kind of concerned about what happens when Donald Trump is gone, right? And I have not yet heard a Democratic politician stand up and say, don't worry, he can do all this stuff now, but I promise you when Democrats come into office, every single thing he has done, we will literally destroy, including the ballroom that he is building. Right. I would like a Democrat to stand up and say, maybe it'll happen in the presidential race, but that's how I feel. And I'm saying as like an American taxpayer, I don't care that we will spend more tax dollars to destroy that ballroom. But I don't want to see any Donald Trump arches. I do not want to see Donald Trump's name on the Kennedy Center. I do not want to see a ballroom that is co-sponsored by corporations in America built and have the name the Trump Ballroom. Sure. And if there's not a Democrat who's willing to stand up and say this is all going to go away as soon as we're done with Donald Trump, I don't know what the Democrats are doing. It may not be a priority, but
I'm not sure there's going to be a Democrat who's ready to say all that in the next couple months, like maybe ahead of these midterms. But I imagine so by 2028. It's one of the reasons why when we were talking to Congressman Swalwell just a little bit ago, I was sort of asking him about whether some of the ideas he has around what to do with people who serve in ICE, like, are about retribution in a way, because one of the like dizzying things right now is if you talk to Democratic voters, like abolish ICE is becoming like the baseline position.
Yeah.
A lot of them are like, I want the Nuremberg trials at the end of this. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, people have said that to me. Yeah. And so I think they're waiting for a Democrat who like feeds into that anger that they're feeling right now. But the party seems to be
strongly worded.
Yeah, they're tired of letters and tweets just being like, wow.
Yeah, I think it needs to be couched as justice and not retribution. Retribution, which is a word that Trump uses all of the time, to me sounds like sort of your id acting out. It's about, lashing out.
That's smart. Yeah, I think that's right.
And it's not a righteous cause. It's not about setting things right. It's more about like destruction and like being punitive for punitiveness' sake.
I think the trajectory is on. There's a good chance. There are moments in history when there have been leaders of countries who have been so unpopular that people have torn down their monuments, right? I mean, it is absolutely the case that if the Democrat wins in 2028, the first day, all that gold nonsense is coming off the White House. Like, that's pretty obvious. I do want to say that I think what's striking about all of this, that we sort of, just to sort of be the straight guy here, I guess, but that...
Did you say straight guy?
Yeah, all right. Well, I mean, relatively. He's a comedian.
Got it. We tried to make sure.
Assumptions. Well, this is one sideways. Anyway, the point is that presidents usually... It's going great. Presidents usually are about delivering for the people, right? That's their job, and that's what they see as their legacy. Donald Trump has never been about that. He does not see his role as delivering for the American people. He speaks to it, and it's obviously he does nothing in favor of it. So this is what he does instead. It's very true to who he has always been, but I think that it is a reminder of he's a different kind of president.
But to your point, I agree that like a Democrat needs to run on a platform of justice. And again, it's not the most pressing issue. It's like we are going to fix this country and get this country back on track. But the symbolism and the removing all the gold from the Oval Office, removing all the stupid stuff that he has done with the Hall of Presidents or whatever, that wall of presidents with the auto pen that he's done, rebuilding the Rose Garden, tearing down the ballroom,
sanitizing the White House.
Sanitizing the White House.
Lots of bleach.
Yeah. A lot of bleach.
Yeah.
Inject bleach in the White House.
There you go. Lots of
White House sponsored by Clorox.
Yeah.